and welcome to Break Your Shell Tarot. Today I'm going to look and explore the first card of the Major Arcana. It's called the Fool card, and it's represented by the number 0. And the number 0 basically is letting us know that this card here, the Fool, has limitless potential and limitless possibilities, and that's why it's represented by a 0. We know that this Fool, this guy here, can go out in so many directions. This card has a very strong childlike energy. It's quite naive, and there's a part of this person that feels like they're pulled out onto a state of adventure, and they feel like they're about to go on an adventure, but it's an unknown adventure, so they have no idea what direction they're going, where they're going, but they know they need to do something. They need to come out of the cave, they need to come out of their safety point and move out into the world. This is represented by our personal development journey, our journey towards our souls, our soul's enlightenment, individualization, but this is a movement, and this is an energy that's pulling us outside of ourselves. We want to start understanding who we are, within the world, without the world. We start asking those bigger questions. Who am I? Why am I here? So this is the journey of the Fool, and that's why it's called the Fool, because at this moment in time, he doesn't know anything. The reason, this is a quite interesting card, because in some tarot decks, they say that this is the highest card. So it's represented in some tarot decks at the very beginning of the 22 Major Arcana, and sometimes it's also represented at the very end of the 22 Major Arcana. Why? Because when we realize that we know nothing at all, we become quite enlightened. The great masters would say, I know everything, but I know nothing. And in order to know nothing gives you that sense of, I'll never know everything. Life is continually evolving. And once I kind of understand that and I don't know everything, it gives you more room to understand the wisdom and the clarity of life. So, when this card comes into play, it's a moment that someone needs to take a risk in order to move forward. They need to use that childlike energy and that, enjoyment and excitement in order to take that risk, because they don't know where they're going. They might feel naive and silly and stupid, and, the people around them might be thinking that they're a bit crazy. But that's okay. We need to use that energy in order to move forward. So the Fool card can be represented as the beginning of the Fool's journey, the beginning of your state of enlightenment and individualization, and it can also be the completion of that. So when you're having a look at this Fool card, you can see there's this image of a young person. This is called Dionysus, and he's been learning everything that he needs to learn within this cave. And his teacher, who's called Chiron, or the Hierophant, who we'll see later on down the track in the 22 Major Arcana, has been teaching him everything that he needs to learn. But now that he's learned everything that he can inside the cave, now he's being pushed out into the world so he can start understanding the world from the outside. This can also be represented by the womb. We're nice and safe in the womb, but we're called out. So we're called out to adventure. We're called out to experience life. Not in the cave, but out into the world. And so you can also see that there's this part of Dionysus that's taking this risk. His foot's coming off, off the cliff. So he's not sure where he's really going, but there's also another part of his hand up here that is pointing up into the sky. So there's a part of him that's got to trust the process, but he's also got to be practical. So just know that when this card comes up in a spread, this is the beginning of a journey. This is the beginning of something new. So allowing that childlike energy to take you into the unknown and to trust the process that you're going to learn something new about yourself in order for you to become more individualized and more enlightened. Thanks for watching, and to continue your tarot journey and development, you can subscribe to my tarot channel at Break Your Shell Tarot, and thank you for watching.